In the highlands of medieval Ethiopia, where stone churches rose from the earth like sacred monuments, the Zagwe dynasty ruled with devotion and artistry. Yet across the land, a strong belief persisted that the true imperial bloodline, the ancient Solomonic line descending from King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, had been interrupted. That conviction grew into a movement, and by the 13th century, it found its champion. In the mountains of Shewa, a young nobleman named Amlak emerged, supported by powerful monasteries and backed by Shewan chiefs who longed for the restoration of the old order. He rose against the Zagwe kings. In 1270, Amlak defeated the last Zagwe ruler, ending their dynasty and restoring the Solomonic throne. With this victory, Ethiopia entered a new era, one defined by divine legitimacy, expanding authority and centuries of imperial continuity. From the moment of restoration, the Solomonic dynasty anchored its power in Shewa, the region that had nurtured its return. The emperors revived the tradition of a mobile court, traveling between Shewa, Gondar, Wollo, and Tigray, asserting authority across a vast and diverse empire. Their legitimacy rested not only on lineage, but on a deep alliance with the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, whose monasteries and clergy reinforced the divine nature of Solomonic rule. For centuries, the Solomonic emperors expanded their influence, navigating alliances, regional rivalries, and the complex mosaic of Ethiopia's peoples. But the 16th century brought a crisis that threatened the very survival of the dynasty. From the lowlands of Harar rose Ahmad ibn Ibrahim al-Ghazi, known as Ahmed, the left-handed. Leading the Adal Sultanate, he launched a devastating jihad across the highlands. Armed with Ottoman firearms and supported by Arab and Somali allies, armed forces swept through Ethiopia with unprecedented speed. The Solomonic court collapsed southward. Ancient churches burned, manuscripts vanished. The imperial centers of Shewa, Gondar, and Tigray fell one after another. For the first time since its restoration, the Solomonic dynasty faced annihilation. Ethiopia turned to Europe for alliance, and Portugal answered. A small force led by Cristóvão da Gama, son of the famous explorer Vasco da Gama, landed at Massawa, bringing muskets and military expertise. Though da Gama was captured and executed, his intervention shifted the balance. In 1543, at the Battle of Wayanadega, Ethiopian warriors and Portuguese musketeers fought side by side, defeating Ahmed the left-handed. The Adal Sultanate fractured, and the Solomonic dynasty reclaimed its throne. Yet victory came at a cost. The long war left Ethiopia weakened, its population scattered, its political structures strained. Into this vacuum moved the Oromo, expanding northward from the southern lowlands. Their migrations reshaped Ethiopia's demographic and political landscape. Oromo groups settled in Shewa, Wollo, and beyond, integrating into the empire, influencing its military, culture, and politics. The Solomonic dynasty adapted, forging alliances, incorporating new leaders into its evolving imperial structure. Amid this shifting landscape, a new vision of stability emerged. In 1636, Emperor Fasilides founded Gondar, establishing Ethiopia's first permanent capital. For the Solomonic dynasty, Gondar was more than a city. It was a symbol of restored order. Its castles, the Fazil Gebi, rose as monuments to imperial authority. Under emperors like Johannes I, Iyasu I, and the powerful Queen Mother Mentewab, Gondar flourished as a center of art, architecture, diplomacy, and Orthodox scholarship. For nearly 2 centuries, it served as the beating heart of the Solomonic state. But Gondar's unity began to fracture in the mid-18th century. Court factions grew, regional nobles clashed, competing Oromo and Amhara lords rivaled for influence. The emperors, once powerful rulers, became symbolic figures, crowned and deposed by warlords who controlled the real machinery of the state. The Solomonic dynasty remained the sacred source of legitimacy, but its authority was hollowed out. This fragmentation ushered in the Zemene Mesafint, the era of princes. Ethiopia splintered into regional power centers, led by Ras Mikhail Sehu, Ras Ali, and the Yeju Oromo dynasty of regents. The Solomonic emperors continued to reign, but only as ceremonial monarchs. Their crowns passed from one puppet ruler to another, and yet Through centuries of invasion, migration, political upheaval, and internal fragmentation, the Solomonic dynasty endured. Its lineage survived the chaos of the Zemene Mesafint, waiting for the rise of new leaders who would one day reunify the Solomonic throne.